Good evening, guys. Welcome to Pat Taste Performance Weekly Live. It is a brisk Friday here in Long Island, New York. It's been actually a roller coaster of weather here. We've had some really, really warm days, and then out of nowhere, it's getting pretty frigid. One day we actually woke up to like frost and ice, and I turn around to her and I says, "That's it. Water is being shut off. It is what it is."
And I said, "Yes, ma'am."
It's done. It's done. It's done. I'd rather not deal with any pipes or anything bursting. This weekend, I'll be taking my pressure washer out of the garage and throwing it into long-term storage because I'd rather not have it freeze and blow that up as well. This week has been really, really good. I think we sold 3 snowblowers, right, this week?
Let's be fair. You sold 3. I'll give credit where credit's due.
Well, this whole team thing is, I'm not like you when it comes to lawn tractors. I don't tote that. I did the lawn tractor deal. Meanwhile, you didn't do anything. I had to buy the lawn tractor. I had to find the lawn tractor. I had to buy it, acquire it, put our name on it, put our touch on it. And all you do is put it up for sale and list it, arrange the person to come, and I have to deal with the tire kickers, tractor kickers, people who show up in their 1999 Honda Civic Coupe to pick up a lawn tractor. So what do? You do nothing. You're just like, exactly. But she'll take all the credit for the lawn tractors. I don't care about those snowblowers. It's team effort. So that's been really, really good. Been blowing out a couple of repairs. I'm not sure if I spoke about this in the last live.
I have to rosin the bow.
What?
The violin. Hold on.
Oh, violin. Well, first and foremost, not to get into anything outside the show. Today's a great day for America. If you guys are well into the news. It's a great day for people like us, or law-abiding citizens, people that have things of value. We work for everything that we have here, and it may not be much to some, but it means a lot to us. And when something happens that we can't control, or somebody tries to come and destroy or take something from us, that's a piece of time I could never get back. And I work hard for everything that I have. It ain't free. It ain't free. So speaking of free, believe it or not, I don't know how I feel about this. It's definitely going to be on the channel for sure.
Oh, and we should probably also update you as well. We left off, we had a Friday Night Live last time, right? Okay. Yes, we did. And I know some of you, especially Jamie, I just saw you. You're actually what just sparked my memory just now. We had my eye doctor appointment Saturday morning. So thank you so much for some of you who actually texted me or reached out on the community post or some of the videos to ask how that went. So where we're at now, no, as you can tell, there was no eye patch. But she is...
You still got a bump.
Yeah.
Can we name it?
Well, here's how I feel. It's taking up residency and not paying me rent at this point. But the eye surgeon is amazing. And, she understood that, obviously, I'm not looking to wear a patch. But...
you had your opportunity. You blew it. You had a whole month.
Bottom line is that appointment was Saturday morning, and she said the truth is it should have been gone completely by Saturday. So I have an appointment. I'm just honestly waiting. I called already. It's an ocular plastic surgeon, and it's not too far from here. I called them the other day to make the appointment for 4 weeks from now. It's the week before Christmas, actually. So ho, ho, ho. So basically the only thing I'm waiting on to get my appointment time is the insurance company. Cause when you have surgery, you have to get it cleared through the insurance. My insurance is phenomenal. So my insurance is yeah, do it. But they just have to book it and all that. if by some miracle that day comes and this eye looks as clear as this one, and the other stipulation is when I went Saturday morning, my vision was blurry on this side. My vision has to be like my normal funky vision with glasses. Everything has to be back to normal for me not to have the surgery. So otherwise it'll be the week before Christmas. So ho, 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 Merry Christmas to me.
Friendly wager, somehow, some way you're going to get surgery and you're going to wear an eye patch. And you should have took my advice in the first place. Wore one.
What, wearing the eye patch wouldn't have saved me for anything. And if she does, well, if the surgery does end up happening, it's a patch for a few days. And then it would be some, which I'm sure you'll have a field day with. Like, you know, when you go in the sun, you need those like Ray Charles funky glasses.
Oh, that's going to be all over Instagram.
But the fun thing is, I will say that my eye surgeon that I normally see said, like, everybody wears big sunglasses now. So she's like, you don't have to wear like their glasses because everybody wears those big goggle glasses now anyway. So you even have some funky glasses. Nope. I could borrow yours. Nope. No. So yes, let's all hope that we're sitting here in a couple weeks from now and I don't know, what should we call this? Little Jason gets evicted off my eyelid. I don't know. It's not even paying me rent.
Serves you right for all the pain you put me through.
Anyway, so that was my doctor's appointment.
Oh, wait a minute, I have a question. Do I have to drive you there?
Of course you do. What am I going to do? Walk home? With my seeing eye dog? Does he have to drive me there? Oh my gosh, these silly questions. This will be the same man when I eventually give birth. Do I need to drive you home? Yes, the baby and I need to be driven home. He'll send a snowblower to come get us. Anyway, but so yeah, that was Saturday. The weather's been a roller coaster. Work's been interesting. Work has been work. I really don't have much to say about work. We try to keep work talk to a minimum on both our ends.
Well, nobody asked you. You bring it up.
Yeah, I mean, but work is work. Like, there's really nothing to say about work right now. And I don't know. I'm proud of myself right now. I know we spoke on the last live about people who like to suck the life and energy out of people. I'm sticking to that mantra, so that feels pretty good. And yeah. And right now, I'm honestly still trying to find snowblowers because the mister and I literally this morning, was it this morning? No, maybe yesterday morning? Yeah, yesterday morning. I am not loving some of these prices that were literally, I want to properly say hello to people. What do you do? You act like you've got friends to go see. Give me a break. Oh, you and your hand.
Well, first and foremost, did you guys see, how about this? If you guys don't have an opportunity now or at a certain point, we sold 3 snowblowers this week. Oof. Lowe's and Home Depot just updated their prices. And oh
you know what that
my
means.
God, these prices. And they're not even in stock. And they increased the prices. By us, they're not in stock. Remember, where you guys from could be different. And I'm mad, but I'm grateful because I left a lot of money out on the table. And I just increased my prices at the beginning of, was it November or October? I increased my prices.
October. You waited till October.
Yeah, so October. That's right. That's when the lady freaked out on me.
Yeah.
Yep. I increased my prices on your typical 24-inch snowblower, whether it's 179cc or 208cc motor. If it is made by MTD via Yard Machines, Troy Built, and Craftsman, those are the main ones we've been coming through here. I increased my prices by $50. Usually been getting $500 for them. I increased it to $550. And I'm not sure, I was speaking to a couple of guys on the side. I'm not sure if I highlighted this on the channel. Did I talk about it last time?
As far as
remember the Troy belts?
Yeah, we got into Troy belts because remember we started talking about some of like the smaller,
so Troy
with the
belts.
3 batteries.
Troy belts were like, I have a video coming out for that. So the next time somebody says something, I'm just like, oh, here's this video, and you're whatever. It really came down to a lot of people were infatuated with Troy belt. A lot of brand loyalty, which I could relate to, but when someone is trying to teach you or educate you on something, you need to push some of that pride aside. And there were a lot of people that just did not want to hear that their Troy belt was made by MTD, and I can get them into a similar machine, Craftsman, same color, and the console was identical, just a different layout. And they did not want to hear.
They were trying to tell him that he was trying to put them like if he was selling like a jalopy car compared to a Jaguar.
That guy called me a ripoff. The guy's like, well, then you're a ripoff if you're doing this. He says, I'm not doing anything.
He didn't understand.
I didn't do anything. That's what they're doing. And I'm just trying to introduce you. And I don't want to say, I'm like, I don't want to see you shovel snow because you don't want to swallow that pride pill.
Do you see where I get my line? Educate the uneducated.
That's for me.
He just doesn't like that I'm using it on certain people now. I enjoy educating the uneducated as well now in my life. So,
but then it happened to be this week, we sold out of every machine at the $550 price point. Troy belts, Craftsman,
got close, but not
resale 5. Red, gray, out the door, gone.
Oh no, I have a 500 Arians, black.
But that's a compact 20. We're really pushing the envelope with that. But hey,
it's an
you never
Arians.
know.
Speaking of Arians, what do you guys think of his hat?
Well, we got a little care package.
I got me a new shirt.
Somebody got a little overzealous and decided to open the box. Says, we should open it up and film it for the channel.
I got a shirt, and I'm gonna wear it when we do our little stuff at. I think I'm gonna wear it when we go to Lowe's and Home Depot. That's where I'm gonna debut my shirt.
That's if they have any snowblowers.
Well, then I'll be the only Arians item in the store then.
So I'll let them have it. Troy built 2410, your typical 24-inch snowblower, $899 here in Long Island, New York. Holy crap.
No problem, Hooked on Classics. No problem, Simone.
Crap. Now, I'll be honest with you. What I do like is Craftsman came out with, I think it's called the Select or Premier Series. And those are actually some really, really nice machines and some features that I actually do like. I have not been able to see one up close and personal. As you guys been knowing, I've been hopping in and out of Lowe's. I haven't gone to Home Depot, but I've been going to Lowe's, and their snowblowers are scarce.
So I will say this. I went to a Home Depot not far from us, and it won't be the one that we go to look for machines. We'll have to go to another one by us. They were very scarce on machines at this one I went to. I also don't think I should be going back in there for a little while. How many of y'all have ever gone into a Home Depot? Listen, I like frequenting Home Depot compared to Lowe's, and I'll tell you why. When you go into a Home Depot, have you ever talked to them about the fact that like the profit sharing and whatnot that goes on at Home Depot, like the workers, how they get their kickback and whatnot?
Well, we know because we stopped working on the house to that capacity. So
long story short, like the workers, there's money to be made by the workers. Like there's a reason they want to help you and they want to be so gracious. When you come in and they're so knowledgeable and usually such nice guys and gals. Well, I go into Home Depot before work the other day, and I needed to get, the covers that go on the built-in air conditioners for the house. I wanted to replace one. So there's this manager, hanging around by where they have the Milwaukee setup stuff, like the hats and the gloves and all that jazz. So I always peruse the area because I always like to see, if there's anything new for, this stud muffin over here. And they had, a few little things that I picked up for him. And the manager's literally sitting there, twiddling his thumbs. And I'm like, I've looked up and down. Do you have any outdoor air conditioner covers?
Oh, boy, here we go.
And he's literally he goes like this. Yeah, I think somewhere down there, maybe at the end of aisle 10 or so. He's doing nothing. It's 6:45 in the morning.
He didn't have a cup of coffee.
So I turn around. I'm like, dude, I've been down there already. You've got nothing. He's like, yeah, should be around there somewhere. He's doing one of those. So, you know me. You don't want to help, no problem. But now we're going to have a problem. So now I look, and I know I've looked. So, I do my homework first. I looked, and this store has them in stock. So, you know how they have them above, like in the bays? I see boxes. I'm not going to, scale the shelves. I go 2 aisles over. There was a movable ladder, the stairs. You're not supposed to touch them, but you don't want to help me. I'm going to help myself. My dress clothes and everything. There I am, wheeling 2 aisles over the stairs. There's workers who are looking at me, dudes who are like, what do you think, I work here dressed like this? So all of a sudden, manager finally decides, after I'm already up there using my car keys to slash open boxes, well, you can't be up there. I'm like, you had this opportunity to help me about 15 minutes ago and you chose not to. Don't stop me now. I'm already doing half your work. I said, I'm sure people are going to come in here looking for these. I've never seen a vein stick out of someone's neck more than this guy. Because now at this point, I'm telling his worker, here, I'm throwing you down a box. Unpack these. You unpack this. I'm doing this guy's job. But I can tell you, while I was there, I barely saw, I think I maybe saw 3 snow blowers out. So that won't be the store we go to. But seriously, if you work in any of these big box stores, please don't be that guy or gal. The store's dead. There's nothing going on. It's that early in the morning. Help someone out. Seriously. And at the end of the day, his own worker, as I was leaving, he literally came up to me as I was walking down the aisle, and the guy goes to me. He had to be I would say in his 50s maybe. He goes, you made my day. He goes, thank you so much. This guy must be a real toodaloot to work for. And I'm glad I could make this guy's day. So at the end of the day, it's don't be that person. Please, give me a break. Nobody's that special. I'm not that special. You're not that special. Give me a break.
I'm special. Sorry, speak for yourself.
We can all, who can agree? If you can spell sure can, then yes, you are, honey. Yes, you are, baby.
Wow.
Yes, you are.
Wow.
Casey B is in the house. Good evening. Kenny, good morning. Good morning, good evening. How are you? Oh, Roger McDonald.
Yes,
it's always,
absolutely.
We try to honor the wishes. We do the best we can here. Roger, Kenny wants to know, did you get his email?
They've been talking a while before we
Okay,
got here.
okay.
You guys were pre-gaming pretty hard before we came on.
They can do whatever they feel like. Kenny's daughter's loving her new house.
You post some pictures.
They always love it till those mortgage payments start rolling in.
So Kenny, I have a question. You changing switches with the power on, power off?
So full disclosure, and I'll never make fun of him for it. The mister, you want to see what gets his panties a little tight is whenever we do anything, even switching outlet covers. He is not a fan, and I will never make fun of him for that.
Don't make a big deal.
You can look funny.
They drive me nuts because they all need to look the same, and the screws need to be the same all over the entire house.
I know.
But if I have to do any sort of electrical work, I shut the power off. I don't play those games. Nope.
Yeah. Roger says, cold here. How about you? Yeah.
Yes.
So I just said to him, I'm so grateful. We called the place that does, the blowouts for our in-ground sprinklers. They're getting us in a lot sooner than they actually even had in the schedule. Do you want to know what they said to us? What do I tell you guys all the time? It costs that conversation I had with you guys last week. It costs nothing to be nice, right? Just be a nice person. They turned around, and when I called, the woman said to me, you want to know something? She goes, we literally do not really have anything until the second week in December. But she goes, you guys are always the nicest couple when you call in, and you're always so nice when our guys go out to the house. She goes, and she gave me a date in a couple days from now. Guys, being nice costs nothing. Please, if I can exude anything on you, just be nice. And you know what? Even if you were raised by people who like just never taught you how to be nice, which like I'm coming across a lot of those people now in my life, you can do better. It's not about how you were raised. Like, do better. That's all I can say. Mowers and blowers outdone. Rich, how you doing?
So Rich was the only person that sent his mullet picture in. If you want your mullet featured on the channel,
there's a mullet picture of.
You better get your picture.
What
we will definitely do. We will definitely do a dedicated video for the mullets of Pate's performance.
Rich, there's a lot of things that I can imagine. I just can't see him with a mullet. What does he look like?
He looks pretty good.
But you also think you look pretty good with a mullet too. And I love you so much. I don't know why.
I'm not the only person that says I look good in the mullet, so that's okay.
Says your hairdresser.
And what about the girls at Amazon? They like my mullet.
Isn't one of them sight impaired?
Doesn't matter. she gets to touch and stroke it, so she knows she could put it all together.
Ken says 39. Yeah, Kenny, did you see the nighttime temperatures coming up? Like, we're all going to have to snuggle.
That's what's scaring me. I don't want to pop or break anything.
Yeah. I'll never forget. We went to do taxes one year, remember? And they let it go too long. Remember the pipes burst at the tax place? Yeah. Oh, I don't want to mess with none of that nonsense. Oopsies. Yeah, that ain't no oopsies. That's like crapsies. That's a crapsies.
Mr. Palmer, how are you?
Oh, Timmy, how you doing, honey? Good to see you. Yeah, fun chat. Oh, look who it is. Yo, Mando. How you doing?
He's feeling high and mighty because he fixed a Cummins generator, which is most likely made by Subaru on an RV.
He's feeling big. You feeling big, Mando? Yeah?
I hope you're right, brother. I hope you're right.
I love it. Good for him. Mowers and Blowers Outdone says, we have houses for sale. Move to the little village of Dundee. Smash the like? Yes, please.
Thank you.
Let's see here. Saying hello. I love when you guys stay hello. Hello. We said hello.
Mr. Shelley, hello. How are you?
Chris, I hope you had a great birthday last week.
Yes, that's right.
Excellent.
Hopefully you got everything you wished and wanted for.
Oh, yes. Not too far away from my 25th birthday. And to think again, I'm still always so astonished how I possibly have had almost 20-something years of teaching under my belt in the process. Like, it's amazing. Time stopped.
Mr. King, hello.
Wow.
How are you?
Mr. Brian King, it's good to see you here. Thank you so much for joining. Wow, Simply Andrew's Repair. Wait, now did Andrew change his name? I like it. What a studly profile picture.
That is still the same if it serves me correct.
Well, excuse me if it's capturing my eye in a different kind of way tonight.
Oh, which eye? You have 3.
Touche, I'll take it. It's okay. Little Jason noticed you. That's a great, a nice little calf picture there. Very nice. Right, my husband's sitting here, so I can't say too much. Are you guys monetized? Is that for us? Like, yeah.
Yes. Not important, but yes.
Yeah, that's the last thing we think about. Iron Duke, how are you?
So yesterday, I'm exhausted today. I told let's Thomas Andrews. I said, let's get the live done tonight. So then Saturday and Sunday.
He wants to rumble in the morning.
Nope. I got a lot of stuff to do.
I don't get any action. I don't.
I think I want to try and bang out her car and maybe the Honda.
He'll bang the car though.
And then maybe squeeze in Mandingo. We'll see. But I got a bunch of repairs.
And he'll
Saturday. So Great. Saturday. I'm sorry. So yesterday it was funny how this week went pretty slow. And then yesterday was like the rocket boosters kicked on out of nowhere. So I would say kind of like slow. I would say slow because like I said, I don't know how to describe us and how we identify for the most part because
How do you identify, sweetheart?
All right,
Mia.
so how about this? I'm all about the fix and flip. I'm all about the restyle, restore, and resell. We've been getting a lot of repairs in. I'm not arguing. I'm not arguing or talking bad about it, but I'm struggling with that. So we're locked solid good with repairs. But for some reason,
then you kick on the rocket booster.
even though we have repairs, like I'm like, well, what about the stuff we got for sale? Like that's my heart. That's my intuition.
Your bread and butter.
It's like my bread and butter.
It's
So
your boost to your rocket.
yesterday out of nowhere was like, you just started wheeling and dealing. So yesterday I had to sell a blower and a weed whacker right after work. And then from there, I had to deliver a snowblower for sale in Massapequa. And then I brought home 2 snowblowers from Massapequa for someone else. He's actually a fellow subscriber. I'm not sure if he's here in the chat. I don't know how I feel about this. This is going to be on a YouTube video because one of them is he gave me 2 fantastic solid machines, but one of the machines he gave me, I'm not sure. I tried to keep my my composure. And plus, I was parked in a really bad area, and his neighbors were getting pissed. I was blocking the thing. He gave me a snowblower that I'm very, 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 very excited to get my hands and eyes and ears into it. I've only worked on one, but I was so busy that I didn't get a chance to appreciate and go through the machine as if I wanted to for my own. So he is giving me the go ahead to do so. And it's funny that he used my channel to do a few things, and then I'm getting these snow blowers because I didn't show him on my channel. And I'm like, I can't argue with that. He's like, well, I didn't know what to do because you don't have a video on it. And I'm like, you got me on that one. You know, got me. But I'm glad he was able to let me introduce. Both of the machines will be on the channel, but one of them I'm really gonna go into a nice little series and some rants, and we're gonna have some fun with this machine. And I'm thinking that we gotta go buy one. I'm thinking we gotta go buy one because
if it got your rocket boosting, I'll take it because apparently it takes a snowblower to get your rocket boosting because you said you want to put your hands all over it, and I can't think of the last time you want to put your hands all over anything.
So he says that we met a few years ago, that I wanted to buy a snowblower off of him, and I walked away because it needed too much work, and he wanted $350, and I'm like, And at this point, which is pretty terrible, I'm 36 now. God willing, we've had a lot of machines come through this driveway. And I can't keep track of anything and everything. And to think that the machine that he says that I let go, I should remember it. And I just don't. Knowing what I know now, I would have never let it go according to him. But, it is what it is. But we're going to be on the hunt for a certain machine. We've been on the hunt for this machine like half, can I say yes? Half tushy, heartedly, whatever. And I just never wanted to bite the bullet. It is a variant of orange, similar to Arians in the sense that they have a patented bulletproof design, and it hasn't changed in decades until recently. He has his complaints about it, and I understand because maybe it's something different because it's something that we don't use. But, it'll be interesting. I'm really excited that we could bring this to you. And hopefully, because I've never dealt with this machine and some of the systems that he's having problems with, I'm hoping that I could rectify for him and put a video out there for you guys, him, and everybody else who has a snowblower like him. And you guys can continue to love your machine. I mean, this machine's an absolute, tank. I took the Honda and I'm like, this has to go. This can't go on the hitch. I'm going to be dragging this thing all over Long Island. So it was pretty good.
Speaking of things that I love, Maddie Olson, I love you. Just want to put that out there. You always make me giggle. I love you.
All right. So what would you say besides rocket boosters?
I
kick it into action. I don't know.
I just find it so funny what situations get you boosted because my God.
You had your opportunity a couple of, I'm tired. Hit me up in the morning. The morning comes. All right, I'm going to work. Adios. Come Dios. Gotta go. See ya. No, I gotta
Because
go.
literally, like, I'm sitting up, you know, like drool.
But you
Drool
just told
Central.
you catch me in the morning.
But
And this is you in the
but
morning.
A snow.
Okay, no problem.
But a snowblower gets you excited. Like, dude. DC Lawn Maintenance, good evening. What boosts your rocket, DC Lawn Maintenance? Oh my. Ken
No, I'm just saying out of
Engines?
nowhere we had to sell a bunch of stuff. That's what I'm trying to say. And it just happens to be that the last machine that we sold at the $550 price point that day, that we missed it, they increased, they refreshed and updated all their prices at Lowe's. So $550 is definitely going to be a thing of the past. I don't know what I want to do or how I want to go about this. If you guys want to do me a favor, go to the Home Depot website on your phone or whatever, put in your zip code, and see what the Troy-Bilt's 2410 snowblower is at. What is the price? And do they have any in stock? Here in Long Island, New York, it's $8.99, and they're showing none in stock. And I'll be honest with you, $8.99 for a Troy-Bilt 24-inch snowblower is absolutely mind-blowing. Something I don't want to go down this rabbit hole. There is a thing called inflation. I just don't get it.
Mm-hmm.
I understand that any snowblower is better than no snowblower. At $8.99, you can get yourself a 24-inch SnowTech for a couple $100. I'm sorry, SnowTech. Compact 24 from Ariens, which is a little bit built better machine for a couple $100 more, or use our channel and get one secondhand. But that's just mind-blowing. I would never thought I'd see the day to see something like that. I always thought, I'm not trying to say they're cheap, I always thought that they'd be the economic version. At $899.99, it is not an economic version, for sure.
Another Arians hat from Dan. I have a very cool shirt.
I think this hat was meant for her because it matches what they sent.
But I'm not really like a truck. So I do too. I think it was actually Kenny meant for me because it matches the shirt for me. But I'm not really like a truck driver hat kind of girl. Like you guys saw my Arians hat that I wore on Halloween.
I'm grateful. I'm grateful.
But they also sent me, well, they said I do. Well, here's the thing. They told me there's like a winter hat because like there's a winter hat they gave me a couple years ago, like with white and black stripe that's on the channel. So I do think that, so I definitely will love, I know it's like a camel color that they're giving me. So I know I'm going to love that one. That's going to be like more my jam. I think it's a beautiful hat. I just think it's meant more for like a guy. I'm not like really like a truck driver hat kind of girl. Not to sound unappreciative.
You drive a truck.
I can drive a truck. I just don't think like I'm a truck driver hat kind of girl. Simply Andrews Repair says, what's up, everyone? Saying hello. Aw, Jamie O, Mrs. I hope your eyes. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm doing well. Thank you so much for asking. Yeah, great.
Jamie O doesn't care about you. I'm kidding, Jamie. Maybe I'm not. Roger says Second Amendment is alive and well. Yes, yes, it is. I work hard for the money.
Thank you.
Amen.
That's exactly
Amen.
what that's the point I'm going across. That certain people don't value your work ethic. Some people don't value. You know, this to me, this is just, you know, to someone this could be an iPhone, but to me, this is how many mowers and blowers, how many wrenches I had to turn to get here.
Mm-hmm.
So if you think you can come and take this from me and me be, oh yeah, it's okay. Insurance is going to take me. No. That's not how this works out, sweetheart. No.
Uncle Ed, hello.
What's up, Uncle Ed? So if
you
guys have not seen, Uncle Ed dropped, I'm not sure if it was the most recent upload, but I know he dropped a video this week. It's a big announcement. That would be your giveaway title. If you guys are not familiar with Uncle Ed's channel, he is running his New Year's Eve live stream. And he does games, giveaways, you know, the whole lot. It's a great opportunity. Awesome. If you guys don't have an obligation or family to hang out, there's always someone here in the community that we could all hang out together.
Mhm.
Uncle Ed puts on a great New
Yeah,
Year's
even
Eve
if
show.
you have plans for the night, make sure you stop by and check him out.
Yes. But if you don't have plans, consider Uncle Ed.
Your plans.
Yes,
Yeah,
that would be your
absolutely.
plans. 110%.
He's a lot of fun.
Yes.
He's just a great guy,
Yes.
all-around guy.
Yes.
And honestly, besides being amazing at wrenching, you probably also could find what recipe you want to whip up for the night as well on his channel. He's got a lot of what's cooking with the bear.
Yes.
Some amazing recipes on there.
Smoked turkey.
Smoked turkey. Why do you sound like Duck Dynasty now? Taking up space, not paying rent. Name it after my son Nick.
Or your brother Michael.
Yeah. Yeah. Or now at least we can start ragging on someone on your side. My two favorite people.
I know. How can you ever go wrong? Jason and Arians. You could never just a duo that can't be rivaled.
My second eyeball and me. Snow in Iowa. Most likely. I heard that
so we've been getting a couple of so you guys been sending us some pictures and stuff. You guys are definitely getting some snow. We've been seeing some other people outside of our family posting pictures of snow. So
yeah,
it's been great. Just make sure if you guys are getting snow, you need to blow the snow. I don't know how Paul will feel about this, but directed towards Long Island, New York. The sooner we get it, the better off we are.
Paul. Oh, hi, Jen. Paul. How are you? Good to see you.
Hope you and the kids are doing well.
Oh my gosh! Speaking of kids, Paul and Jen, I'm sure you'll appreciate this because I'm sure one of your littles has had something. My kids had their little Thanksgiving sing along today. Macaroni necklaces, feather hats. I mean, priceless. Albuquerque turkey songs with the gobble. Don't eat the turkey. I mean, mighty Native American song. I mean, delicious. So stinking cute. Like I can't even. So cute. So cute. The best. Absolute best. Flurries. Ooh, that's a start, Roger. We'll take it. We'll take some flurries. Aw, KCB's picking up the grandkids. We'll be right back. You're too cute, Casey. No.
Let it go.
No.
We just don't do that.
Yeah, no, we don't talk about that here. Let's see here. Hey, Kenny. That eye is like Petey. Kenny, I had a room in this house for you.
He's referring to the dog. But imagine if he still had Romeo, you guys could be twins.
Well, guess who's sleeping out in the shed tonight? I hope that hat keeps you warm and your hand keeps you warmer. Ken, you're officially on the naughty list. Moving right along. Oh, Jamie, let me know if Mrs. P, you need a ride.
How did you brainwashed?
I hope you fall off your chair.
Brainwash.
I hope you slide right off your chair. Your gas is so bad tonight. KCP says 1,000 for 2 stage 24. Wow. Kenny says limited stock where he is. Yikes.
Oh my God.
Harold Fisher. Hey Harold, what's going on?
Hey, doing Harold?
Baby?
Hope all is well with you.
Good to have you.
Like you, long time no see or chat.
So do you have to like snow to get a cool hat? Now, Bill.
Courtesy.
We spoke last week. I like to see that you're improving, but it wouldn't hurt you to like a flurry or two, young man. We've had this discussion before. Let's see here. Saying hello. Aw, Thomas Andrews, to who this live is dedicated to. Good to have you, honey. Glad we could make this possible for you this evening. Poor Simone. Girlfriend, it's got to be like going on 2 a.m. where you are. God bless. Yeah. Simone, my bedtime is typically 9 o'clock. So we're like, this is normally the time my head is almost hitting a pillow. So girlfriend, congratulations that you can even stay up to that time. You're my hero. Rob Bear, how are you? Bears Spares. Hey,
So
everyone.
one of our subscribers reached out to us that hopefully they got in touch with you by the name of Dave, and hopefully you guys are able to make something happen. Just figure I didn't get a chance. This week has been absolutely insane, but I gave him all your information besides your cell phone number.
Yeah. Oh, Nick, how you doing? Yeah, great hat. He like my hat that he's wearing.
Mm-hmm.
Glad you're enjoying it. I have some sand blowers here. I'm sure you do, Mando. You're not getting snow anytime soon.
So Mando, how'd you get that free Time Master? You want to talk about that?
Jonathan, a styrofoam hat. Yeah, I mean, that's why I don't like when hats are like those truck drivers, because it's like stiff, like you, and then you're not supposed to bend the rim, right?
It encases my mullet per se,
and it's also good for a wide forehead.
Yeah.
So I guess it works out well. Never been to Home Depot.
What do you guys have out there in the UK?
Equivalent?
What is your equivalent to a Home Depot?
I have a feeling barbecue is B&Q.
B&Q.
Oh, okay. Barbecue. I had my glasses on.
Oh, Lord.
Simone, I need to put my glasses on, girlfriend. Oh my gosh. Yeah, this is a problem. Lowe's has the vanishing employees when you need. Yes. Yes. So Home Depot's usually pretty good like that. And so the manager at this location had very poor management of his employees. They were like working in clusters, like 4 guys hacking out one box. And literally, like the one that's by us, like they have a really good management system of like 1 person per aisle. There's always someone to help you. This other guy, like seriously, like they definitely drove him in off of like, I don't know, the like we can't find work for him, so let's put him here and like call him a manager. So like I don't know where this guy came from. How's your dog? Good to have you here. I'll be like you.
There we go.
There's Jonathan. That's my boy. So you're saying Home Depot is courteous to me, not because I'm charming? What? You're too cute. I've wheeled them around before. Yeah, the ladders. You know what? Like we have 2. So I've wheeled usually the ladders in the aisle, and we've gone up and down that before. Kenny, I literally I bought it down half of the back of the store and up 2 aisles. Workers were watching me, literally like in professional work clothes, clearly not a worker there. I said good morning to like 2 people as I'm walking by with this ladder, the staircase, the big one too. And they're just like, la-di-da-di-da. Look at her. She's moving along with and it says on the ladder, like, don't touch if you're not an employee. Like, you know what? If you're going to let me get that far with it and nobody's going to stop me, I have an itch. You know what I'm saying? Isn't that a Queen song? Don't stop me now. Yeah, exactly. There ain't no stopping me now. So. Roger says my Fleet Farm store has 25 Aryan on the floor and 3 Husqvarna that I think are left from last year.
So Roger McDonald,
that's such a good
you have a homework assignment.
Yeah.
It's no big deal if you can or they're not there. I want you, if you remember my pooling video with that plaster console, if you could just see if those Husqvarnas that they have, see if that console is still made out of plastic or is it the updated metal one that they told Jake over at Eliminated Performance. I'm just curious minds are inquiring.
Roger, first storm, they'll be gone.
Yep.
Yeah. So true.
Yeah.
So true. You're a very special Chris.
Brainwashed.
The word for Jason is special.
As in polar bear.
Christina, I would have put you on the schedule. Then I would have went and had my coffee. Yeah, no thanks.
So there's a guy at my job. We call him Uncle Johnny. He's been on the channel. We love him to death. He will not do anything until he has a cup of coffee.
Little yellow bus. Sugar,
okay.
sugar.
Just paint it orange. I'll be fine.
Show Jessica the breaker panel so she and her fiance don't get zapped.
So here's a funny thing to do. I mean, not funny thing, but one of the most things to do is that when we bought our home and we reconfigured our space, we actually redid our breaker panel in the sense that shut off the panel. Hey, Chris, what's on, what's off? And then we relabel it. So just to make sure the breaker panel that's in the house is accurate to what's currently in the house.
Always a good thing to do. Kenny says, my dad was a lineman. 120 vac is nothing to me. What about switching cars for Pate and Crystal? Who's Crystal? I'm not sure. Who's Crystal? Andrew, tell us. I tried to... You wish. Probably a puppy dog. I tried to send you an email from my iCloud address, Jason. I have a crazy week. Wasn't sure if you received it or not.
Okay, so I've been... Since what's today? So I haven't checked emails.
Excuses are the building blocks of failure.
That's fine. I haven't checked my emails since Wednesday. So my email address would be jpate@gmail.com. Now, if you have trouble sending it, which I've had with other people, I will definitely figure out other avenues where you guys can reach out to me, because if you guys want to make an effort, I will make a 10 times more effort to make sure that yours is being brought to my attention. So
so Andrew, you said Chris. Oh, so you meant me for Christina. You mean you want me to drive Mandingo? I've driven Mandingo plenty of times.
Yep.
In fact, I even decided once when he was sleeping to drive it through the Midtown Tunnel, which he almost pooped his pants when he woke up, and we were shimmying between like a brick wall and one little lane of other cars, and he looked up and he goes, "Where are we?" And I said, "We're in the Midtown Tunnel." And he was like, "You've got to be effing kidding me."
So if you guys are not familiar with Mandingo, Mandingo technically should have commercial plates, but we have passenger plates, so we can drive anywhere.
I can
and
park
everywhere.
her, back her in. Yeah.
We have only gotten pulled over twice, but thankfully nothing ever serious has happened because of that.
It's all good. I'm the same way, Jason. I've been zapped, so I'm parent. Yeah, my father was amazing with electrical. I'll give the man that much. And he got electrocuted when he was working for Grumman's. And, ever since then, I got to say, I don't care how good you are with it. The man was a master technician, and he got electrocuted. So I feel like there's no such thing as ever being too safe. So we took Jessica's neighbor to a late lunch to say, hey, new neighbor. Then I cut her grass.
Oh, wow. That's different.
Kenny.
That must be the Connecticut way.
Kenny with or without a shirt, baby.
Oh.
Sorry, I'm just asking the important questions. I thought he'd say I'll be there in 5 minutes to blow out sprinklers. You mean the sprinkler company? No, I will say.
No, where are they based? They're not local. They are not local.
They are based out of.
Some of this, if you're from Long Island, we use McCormack Irrigation. Phenomenal.
That's such a good question.
You want to go down that rabbit hole? I mean, so me and my father did the sprinklers in our front yard. Amateur hour.
Islip Terrace.
Amateur hour, but they work. When I say amateur hour, is that we literally hooked up the feed to the sprinklers right up to the spout. So if we wanted to turn on our sprinklers, I'd have to walk outside, turn on our water, and then shut it off. It worked for us. That's it. When we decided to step up our lawn care game and the rest of the property and the landscaping, we decided that we needed to get a professional company in here, because to do the whole house is just absolutely no. I don't even know what the heck I'm doing. So believe it or not, we've actually shopped around for prices, and a lot of companies that came highly recommended. We were watching News 12, and McCormack Irrigation popped up saying that they were running a special for however many zones it was, and I forgot the price, what it was. I mean, but it would end up honestly being the cheapest price
at that time. Yeah.
And the owner was on site, did the work, didn't try and upsell us anything. We didn't know about zones or anything. He was honest up front. He made what me and my father did. He tied it into the rest of the system, so everything would be. I mean, we can't thank him, more than enough. And he's very, very good to us. So that's why, when we do the sprinklers, I have him shut off my sprinklers, but I turn on my sprinklers. It's just like, what is it, $60? $60 just to keep him, have a good relationship. I'm okay with that.
I call them to open them too, though.
Used to, ever since we got the Ratio installed, they haven't opened up our sprinklers in 2-3 years.
They did.
When?
They opened them last year.
Why?
Because I think she only charges me like $25. So we agreed it was like so silly not to.
No, you didn't have this conversation with me.
Oh, well, surprise. To me, it's like stuff like that's just silly not to then. Pate may be the king of snow. He rocks my world. He is the king of so many things. So many things he's the king of. Absolutely. Eclipse last night was cool. Absolutely.
So I didn't realize it was in the eclipse. I just seen a full moon.
Yeah, when you bent over. Oh my God. Okay.
Cummins is owning. No, yes, they are. But my buddy works on an RV shop, and he sent me a picture that he was working on a Cummins generator and ended up being like a rebranded Subaru. Pretty interesting.
Yes, Simone, 25. It's amazing, especially since I've been teaching almost 21 years, right? Time just stood still. I just never aged a day after. Trying to stay ahead of the wolves.
I like that.
Aw, Henry, how are you, love?
Hope
Good
all
to
is well
see
with
you
you.
here. Love when you're here. Oh my goodness, look who, Chris, where's the third eye? Right here, right in the middle of his head. It's right here, Chris.
It's right here. It's a nice little bump.
Aw. Simone says, I struggled with my monetization. Very confusing. Yeah, you know what? It is a little bit. I'm not going to lie. When we first did, just full disclosure, the paperwork and like the back and forth with YouTube can be a little tricky at first.
So we hit monetization during COVID. It's a little complicated.
Maybe that didn't help out
it
either.
Is what it is.
Yeah. Oh, Dr. Alston, did I mention I love you? Love you to pieces, Maddie. Kenny, 4 snowblowers tomorrow, then a tractor and a log splitter. Oh, wait, repairs or selling, baby? Wow.
He does mostly repairs. He
Sugar
don't do
Daddy. Hi, Kenny. How you doing? We got a bedroom here. Wait, do you need a hat, Kenny? Aw, you guys are saying hello. Yeah, no rocket boosters.
I mean, all right, so what do I use? What do you sit there and say that when your week goes from like hero to zero, like nothing to like an all-out drag race? I don't know.
Don't do too many repairs in one day.
Oof. Yeah, but the quicker you get them in, I mean, the quicker you get them in, the quicker you can get them out and get other ones in. There is a little bit of a wait. I'm about a month behind.
Yeah. Maddie says he's doing lots of slow work on the house. You know what?
Slow and steady. Yeah. But what is that? Measure twice, cut once.
Yes, we learned that the hard way. Don't tell Jason they have Arian snowblowers at Home Depot up here.
Yeah, so they have Arians. I wouldn't say Home Depot, but I've been frequenting Lowe's. So they do have Arian snowblowers at Lowe's. But remember, their Compact 24 is gone. No idea when they're getting more in. So they do have other versions. Remember when we went, they did sell it. They had they sold the Deluxe 30, not Deluxe 30, but they sold the 30-inch. They had a 28-inch left on the showroom. Absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing.
Breezy, how
What's up, Breezy? How are you?
A dual auger snow shark?
So that would be pretty cool. No, but a very cool machine. I'm not sure if he's in the chat, but another gentleman here, he has 2 of them, but he has the OG, one of the original versions. But again, that design, like an Arian's, has stand the test of time, and it was made for quite some time. And I would assume that parts, because of that design, that parts are still readily available to keep those old machines, going. I figure one of those machines that you buy is considered a lifetime machine. That machine, you're gonna buy it, and as long as you can use basic hand tools, you're gonna die with that machine. And I think that's a great return on investment.
Brando, Brando. How you doing, Brandon?
I know, right? So I didn't get a chance with your channel. Hope your mini bike racing stuff went well. I know you're interacting with what is that, cars and cameras, but that's that really big first to flight go-kart channel. Some really cool things that they were able to do. And YouTube gave them the opportunity to do that too as well. Definitely a great channel.
Roger asked if KCB does flip snowblowers.
Oh, yes, he does.
He does. He definitely flips himself some snowblowers. Hooked on Classics says snowblowers always reminds me of Short Circuit. LOL. Aww.
Very cool. Very cool. Very cool. You know what is Short Circuit? I guess the shoot would be very nice.
Yes, Andrew. He said half tushy. We're really trying to work on his keeping it clean.
Got to keep it clean, friendly. I have a protege who is now 11 years old, so I try and keep things, Yes. And his father's here to rather not, do both that.
JP says, good evening to both of you. It's Jasper's kid. I hope you are having a great day at this time.
Okay, so JP.
And my dad really enjoy your channel a lot.
So JP, he is the gentleman that I was talking to about. So he will get this, that he sent me part of his collection. And we shared some of it here on the channel. If you guys remember it, he has 2 of the OG versions of the snowblower that I am excited to get my hands and eyes and ears on and share it with you too. So I hope you guys hopefully get to feel my enthusiasm for this machine. It's not their latest and greatest model, and I'll give you a giveaway. It doesn't have the power throw pulley on there. That is the only giveaway. That's the only hint I'm giving you guys. You guys can Google it and you guys will get your answer. But this snowblower series for that's going to be pretty rad. I'm really looking forward to it. I was doing a lot of editing today, clearing up the memory card and clearing up here, so I could make way.
Keep on going there.
Make way for the new fresh content coming in.
Woo, keep going, baby girl. Andrew said it's a Tecumseh engine pate.
Yes.
Thank you, Timmy.
You get it. Click on. He's got it. 10mm socket.
Simplicity. High 10mm.
Got it. Dead to rights. Awesome.
We know who Christine loves the most at Pate's performance. She loves Pate. Aw, yes, I do. Love my boo-boo. Yes, it's definitely late. Our UK friends who are with us right now, bless your hearts. We love you. We know it's late by you, and you are going strong. You guys are my heroes over there. Henry said, Jason, did you see my video on my Arians? Oh my gosh, I did not see that one yet myself.
So Henry, I haven't checked my email since Wednesday, so we'll make an effort at some point over the weekend to go through emails. If you guys send me...
Wait, is it an email or did he do a video?
Oh.
Wait, Henry, did you like a video to your YouTube or did you send him one, honey?
No, so then he had to do.
If it's your YouTube, I feel like I wouldn't have missed it. I always make sure we check your videos. All right, let us know.
All right, so $849 here.
$849.
$899 here.
$899.
Amazing, right, guys?
Yes,
amazing.
Penny. It's my snow bunny hat. Thank you so much. Oh, this one's a cute one too. This is gonna be a cute Aryan snow bunny.
I can't get over this, guys. Look at this. Over by KCB, $1,000 for a 24-inch. So, guys, more than ever, right? I know JP and his son and Ken Small Engines. If you ever want to do that, right? A couple you guys out there. Now more than ever is your time to get a couple of snow blowers on the cheap.
Good night, Uncle Ed. Sweet dreams.
And hold on to maybe 1 or 2 and turn yourself a nice little profit when snow comes. I mean, you guys are going to be now more than ever. You guys are going to be able to get a great return on investment. JP, start your college fund, your hot rod fund, your house fund. It's a great opportunity to start doing that now.
Thomas says, Jason, the Troy built Storm 24 blow for $8.99 at Home Depot up in New Hampshire.
I mean, are you guys? I'm sorry, and I'm not downplaying Troy built.
Rich says Home Depot has them in stock. Lowe's has a good stock. I was in Lowe's the other day where Rich is. Ed cooks well too. Yes, he absolutely does. There
Bears,
are
Bears, same thing,
46 of
Wisconsin.
those Troy built in my area, $8.99.
Yeah, can you believe that?
Snoop's in the house. Hey, Snoop. You gonna work on my leaf blower?
Honestly, most likely
When's he
not.
working on my car, Snoop?
Yeah.
Every time you ask about
it's
your
just
leaf
not
blower, I'm gonna
happening.
ask about my car.
Reading short stuff.
We have Marilyn Mora. Hi.
Hello, how are you? So we've been dealing with a lot of action in the comment sections. There was a couple of females that are trying to get their snowblowers in order. So if you were one of them, keep me updated. I know there's about 3 or 4 of you. So if you're not one of them, doesn't matter. Welcome to the channel. You have one rule when you join us for a live for the first time ever. Where are you from, and do you get snow?
Chris, I have the Gravely winter hat and scarf and a Gravely watch and tie clip. Oh, wow, that's really nice. They have tie clips too. Don't know if Arians.
I gotta get me a tie clip.
Chris,
I love pins. I need pins.
Chris,
I'm a huge pin person. When I wear a suit, gotta have a pin on.
Arians has some sweet winter apparel, and your girl over here has got some cute stuff for this winter. Harold says, I'm here, just had to work on the missus back with a rub. Oh, excuse me. Doesn't that sound nice? Wow, Harold. Wow, Harold.
It's always good after a nice long weekend to hang out with family.
Wow. Isn't that nice?
Yep.
Wow, a back rub.
Yep.
Wow. Do you know how your hands work?
Yep. Do you know how yours work?
I have a back, you know.
Me too.
Wow. Anybody want to come rub my back? Wow. Kind of hard to rub and type at the same time. Oh, it's okay.
She can type for you.
It's okay, boo-boo.
Okay.
Casey says, I had a tire kicker today on the 724 Cub. He said 200.
So wait. So what did the guy offer you for a snow? We had a snowblower up for 500. We increased it to 550 because October came. We've had this for 5-6 months. We bought it out of season, which is fine.
Yeah.
But remember what I tell you guys all the time. If you have it listed, you will never know.
So true.
But the only thing that was working against this machine was it was gray. It's not resale red. So a gentleman offered her $100 and says we should take the offer because we've had it for sale for a while.
Does he know who I'm talking?
And then we ended up selling it in yesterday's rocket booster day.
Yeah, better sell that. Hey, Kenny. Dare we ask what you're rubbing? He said her back.
Cajun.
Hey, Cajun Coin Hunter.
So I've been asking you, and you haven't been updating me, which I guess you're a busy guy. Remember we were talking about that Husqvarna 150 BT that needed a top-end rebuild, and I wanted to know if you went with the whole kit or you pieced it together. And if you pieced it together, how much money did you save, and was everything correct?
Fernando H.
What's happening, man? How are you? Welcome to the channel.
Where are you from?
And do you get snow?
Welcome
Please.
to it. You're gonna work on the leaf blower? Let it snow, let it snow. You're gonna work on my car? You're gonna work on my car?
I still haven't touched our Arians from last year that needs repairs. That's gotta come.
You're gonna be cold.
I know, I am gonna be cold. I'm cold now.
Hey, how was work?
So work for me was week was like up and down, busy and slow at the main gig. We're just going through those motions. It is coming up to winter time, so we're getting a lot of stuff done because we know we're never gonna see it unless it breaks down. So a lot of companies are gearing up for busy holiday season, and I hope that they strive and do well because now more than ever, we're gonna need it. As far as Pate's performance here at the house, we're doing really good with repairs. We were slow on sales until yesterday. The rocket boosters turned on and I was flying around Long Island. I didn't get home till like 10:30, 11 o'clock. And because I figured out that they were selling snowblowers at the new price of $8.99, I paid up for a machine. It was from an older gentleman. He is actually another flipper. New to the game. He says he's been doing it for a while. He was honest, but there was a red flag. I'm not sure if this will be, I'm not sure if this snowblower will be on the channel. This snowblower, I paid up a little bit more because it was fully service ready to go. New carburetor, new belts. When I got there, he said he put new cables on it too. The machine looked really, really clean. So it's kind of, actually, you know what? I'm not surprised that it could need new belts. The cable part, yes. The cable part, yes, I'm surprised. But in the video, I'm going to talk about what kind of got me a little whatever, but I ended up buying the machine anyway. I think he just didn't know because, again, he is not the original owner. I asked him how he acquired it and he didn't answer me. So I'm not sure if he got this from another repair shop and he buys their abandoned leftovers or he got them from someplace else. But yeah, just this one thing is driving me nuts, and it drove me nuts all day at work today. And I'm thinking, like, and you guys seen the video, I showed you guys what to look for when to buy a used snowblower. So my concerns were thrown away because I did my little test. But I'm just thinking, how could this machine end up the way it is? Now, knowing what I know, and hopefully you guys could know what I know through my channel, that you guys could see little things like this, and then it would kind of set you off.
But overall, Marilyn, things are good right now. It's
lots of opportunities we create, right? Every day you wake up, new opportunities.
The flipping's good. You know, buying right now, we wish could be a little bit better right now. The market's just, it's a little empty right now for buying. Career-wise, his career is solid and stable. My career, knock on wood, phenomenal. My side business, phenomenal. When honestly, during these economic times, this should be a time that my type of remediation company isn't usually one, especially since I am like on a higher end scale. That's not usually something that sees growth during times like now. I'm actually taking on clients. Thank God. So things are going really well. It's like blessings on blessings right now, but it doesn't just come. Like, we are working our tails off. But I really think this new year, we keep talking about it this week. Like, we have got our eye on such specific prizes right now. But that stuff you don't wake up in the morning and it's like, eureka, these things just happen. We've got very specific goals. And the kind of goals that he and I have are the kind of goals that are going to take a lot of hard work. They're going to require funds. They're going to require a lot of patience. They're going to require for us to block out any, excuse my language, any BS around us, because we really have to be laser focused. It's funny, you guys know I'm very big on like the quotes and things I hear. I heard something the other day and it really resonated with me. And it talked about how you could be very zoomed in on life. And I feel like I'm the type of person, I am very laser focused and zoomed in on how people feel. In meetings, I'm laser focused on the topic at hand. I like to say I'm an extremely fantastic presenter when it comes to, I'm over prepared. I can handle people's questions. I can wax and wane with the topic. If someone throws me a curveball, I handle it. But sometimes I care way too much and I'm laser focused on how everyone around me is feeling and doing as well. And one of my goals is actually I'm zooming out. And I'm just going to stay laser focused on the goal at hand. And I have to tell you, I've been messing with that a little bit in the last couple of days, just staying laser focused on our goals. And I have to tell you that aura, that karma, that drive around staying laser focused on your goals, just that and blocking every other nonsense out, it just brings good karma. It brings the stuff you want to you. And I am such a believer in it. Like that help me, manifestation of what you actually want and bringing it to you. It really works. It's really powerful, because everything else kind of takes up, that too much room up there.
Click on.
Casey B says it's snowing. It's 41 degrees in Des Moines, and so I don't know anywhere in Iowa getting snow. I have to tell you, it's funny because on Instagram you see so many. Thank you, Andrew. I'm exhausted. This is like, Andrew, my brain on. We've been up since like before 5. There are so many places on Instagram showing snow. So if you are some of those places, I'm so curious because it brings magic to our hearts that it could be us soon.
How about this? Speaking of stuff, you guys want to check out. So listen, if you guys have an Arian snowblower, if you don't, still follow Arians on Instagram, follow Arians on Facebook. So actually, if they show like some photos, so people can submit photos and they'll post them up and you guys get to win some cool apparel. If you look at this week's submission and some winner, check out the Arians. He is rocking. I'll never steer you guys wrong.
Very cool.
Hold on. So go back to JP when him and his son.
You're too busy yapping. Troy built Storm 24-inch 208cc Waterville Depot, 1.5 hours for me.
Wow.
So $899 seems to be like this golden nugget up to 1,000.
Amazing.
That's crazy.
And why do I remember? Why do I think like the $699 mark was for your introductory Troy built snowblower last year?
Not anymore.
Before that, they increased their prices by $200.
Not anymore. Snoop says, "Don't be bad, but it feels so good." Marilyn says, "Stay home." Okay. Can I get a hat with my leaf blower? Can I get a hat with my car fixed? Let's see. Sending snow to Long Island, only 1,064 miles from here.
Give me like 2 weeks. I just need to get her Arians up and going, and then that'll be fine. Then you can send all the snow.
Now, Snoop, there's the best thing you said all night.
Oh.
I love snow. We love you. Outback Small Engine Repair says, "Good evening, folks."
Good day, mate.
Good evening. Oh my God, he has voices and for days. Fellow Arians not here as well. Well, hello. I think we found the best
so Outback. I'm assuming that you're from Australia, that you box kangaroos for a living. Tell me where you're from.
Oh my Lord.
And obviously you get snow because you're an Arians nut.
Oh my gosh. Jason, can you do a video?
No, absolutely not.
Jason, can you do a video when you work on my car? Every question you ask, Snoop, I'm going to follow it up for myself here. Fernando, do you have an Arians tune-up video? Didn't see one. I know you use red and tacky grease. What do you use on the chain?
So, Fernando, it's great questions.
Love the channel. Thank you, Fernando.
I have multiple builds on Arians snowblowers and tune-ups. Okay, so Henriette Mowers and Blowers gave me red and tacky. I fell in love with red and tacky because of the lawn tractors that I work on. You can use it on your snow blowers, but I will go and I'll take this to the grave. Okay, I use chassis grease because we work on our cars here and we do other things. So it would drive me nuts personally to have like 5 different types of grease for their specific or dedicated job. I'm going to sit there and say, it doesn't matter what type of grease you're going to use on your axle shafts and the chains and the sprocket and your friction disk shaft. Doesn't matter. As long as you do it every year or do it often or every other year, you're going to be just fine. And I'll go with Taro on this one. There are people that give me some comments and some feedback. It's just a snowblower. It's not a spaceship. If you think about it, there are people out there that don't even touch their machine for years. So do you think if you put grease on your machine that's chassis grease, that's not winter rated, do you think that's going to destroy your machine compared to someone who's never done anything to it? So Yeah, Fernando, yeah, definitely go through my channel. I'm thinking about, because people from the Honda forums asked me to do a library for Hondas. I'm thinking about maybe I'll do the same thing with snowblowers. Cup Cadet snowblowers, Troy built snowblowers, Arian snowblowers. But there's definitely some tune-up videos on that. I know for a fact you could look up a Arians 820, type in Arians 824 build part 1. And that'll bring you to an Arians 824 build. You could look up SnowTech 24 Arians build part 1, and that'll take you through, that as well. If you still need help outside of that, find one of those videos, ask a question, and YouTube will notify me, hopefully, and I will definitely answer it for you.
Okay. We're doing great, Marilyn. Thank you. Oh, Snoop, I'll be waiting with bated breath.
Yes, love Arians.
Had to protect that soft skull. You got to bend the peak, bro. Yeah, I don't.
Well, here's the deal.
Like
so
whole,
Arians sent us a bunch of stuff. We were supposed
to
do. We weren't supposed to. They didn't ask. I wanted to do an open box video. Someone decided to take everything out. So I don't know if I bend the hat.
I think a truck driver hat, they don't bend them, but excuse me, Thomas. I take offense to that. Let's see. Saying hello to
Yep, Keen talking to Keen.
Yeah, they were probably they probably thought I was they probably thought I was like the secret shopper of the day is what they probably thought. How does everybody feel about the Rittenhouse verdict? I know we don't get political here.
We spoke about it when we first started the channel. I mean, when we first started the chat. I think the Rittenhouse verdict is a great day for America. I think it's a great day for us law-abiding citizens, that every day we go out, we grind, we earn everything that we absolutely have, with the blood, sweat, tears, mental stress that goes with our jobs. Someone, like I said before, I work for everything that I have. So it may not be much to other people, but it is much to me. And I value my time. And I don't think that somebody has the right to just take that away from me or damage something that I've worked very, very hard for, that has nothing to do with what they're upset about, and think that that's okay, and think that that's going to change what they're about. And that's just no. So I'm happy all about it. I mean, if you watch the videos, Ray Charles could have made that decision. And it's just going to be very interesting what's going to happen. They deployed the National Guard, and shame on the government. If they would have deployed the National Guard in the first place, we wouldn't have been, this situation would have never been here. I watched a trial here and there, and it was very frustrating and aggravating to me. There was a cross-examination where the prosecution was questioning Kyle, and the guy was asking him like all these questions about basically saying that, in a nutshell, do you believe that someone deserves to lose their life over destroying property? And I wasn't aggravated at the questions. I'm aggravated that this is what was going on during the riot and the looting, and people think that's okay, and that's not okay. The gentleman that happened to survive this whole ordeal on the prosecution side, I think, or I hope, that after this is all said and done, he gets brought up in trial for all the things that he did during the riot and acts. That's just me, on me, but that's what I'm taking. I think, like I said, for a lot of us, I just think today's a great day. It's good to see the justice system work its magic, because I feel for quite some long time, and we've seen it here in our community, Chris, and we've spoken about it here on our channel, that the justice system has failed us. The cops will do their job, and then once the criminal gets to the justice system, they just re-release them back into the neighborhood, back into the community, and they have to start and the police have to start at ground zero all over again, and then they have to, retry and arrest the person all over again. And we haven't been to a police meeting in our community in a while because of COVID, but I remember the last couple of ones we went to. It's a very eye-opening experience for us.
Outback says, I worked 15 years in building supply biz and serve myself as I know more than all the local Home Depot employees. Yeah, tell me about it.
So I deal with a lot of building supply companies through my main gig. Amazing some of the equipment that you guys have just in general, and the space that you guys have.
Yes.
And how you guys get inventive and creative, because for you guys, inventory is everything, and how you guys lay out your warehouse inside and out to have maximum, storage. So the more product you have, the more you could sell and deliver.
Scotty Keller says the Audi TT was stolen at dealership. Is that innuendo for it blew up? I'm asking, are we talking in code right now? I'm not trying to be a silly gal. Did something happen to it, Scotty? Or was it really stolen? I'm asking. What's the oldest Arians you've worked on? I presently have a 1978 in the shop for a tune-up. Oh, that's cool.
Okay, so I don't know the exact age of the older Arians that I worked on, but the oldest one I worked on was the original Troy-built Flex, where you could remove the auger housing and you could attach a tiller or a brush cutter. And that's the one where you have to hit the handle on the side to engage the augers. That is the oldest Arians I have ever worked on. I've only worked on one of those. Since you're new to the channel, there is a younger gentleman in our community who does snow removal. And all he runs is that version of the Arians, the one where you can take the attachments out, and he has nothing but Predators on them, and he does very, very well for himself. So it's good to see him and all that going around.
39 degrees shrinkage. I have not been to Home Depot for quite some time. Maybe I will make a cameo appearance to see how many snowblowers and other goodies they actually have in stock. That'd be interesting to hear.
So how about this, Duke? If you want to, go to your Home Depot, take a little video and send it to me. How about this? Let's try and do a fun video. Everybody go to their Home Depot, Lowe's, take a quick little video if you want to include yourself in it, and just do your snowblower lineup, what they have and what they don't have. We'll do a little montage.
Is it Mendango or It's Mandingo. Mandingo, big and black. I have no words. Tommy says,
what's up, Tommy?
Hey,
how
everyone.
Are you? Hope all is well.
Good to see you here. Habitat Rehab Store has a Craftsman 926 used as is 350. Can't hear it run until you buy it.
All right, so okay,
they will not store it with gas.
So that's pretty good. So now we know what the increased prices. I have a video coming out. I paid some really good money for a non-running Cub Cadet. Listen, you're a seasoned guy like me. You can go there, make sure it's got compression, and you could figure out the rest from there. Well, if you could beat them up on the price, I don't know, when you go to those stores, are things negotiable?
Jason, I have a question about my Craftsman
Ask away. If anybody's got questions, just ask away, and we will get to them as we get to them.
Good night, Tommy.
Thanks for stopping by, Tommy. Have a wonderful weekend.
Iron says, okay, Jason, I seen your reply. The 682 Cub Cadet
has
a series.
Yes. So that was you chopping up the leaves. Yes, very
Series
nice.
2 pressurized oil is best. Ken's got, those are all repairs. You're going to be a busy stud muffin tomorrow there, Kenny. Make sure you bundle up. It's going to be cold, cold, cold. Uncle Ed went to bed, but Uncle Ed always has our vote of confidence. What a fantastic man he truly is. Same here, Tim Palmer. Thankfully, we don't need much. You're right. You were born beautiful. Born beautiful, handsome and beautiful. I have a walk behind leaf vacuum. I did 8 bags of like 2 bushels a bag. So
your walk behind leaf vacuum, Andrew. So we have 2 of them too. We have the Billy Goat, and then we have the smaller Troy built one. What type of walk behind leaf vacuum do you have? Just curiosity. Do you like it? Do you love it? And do you ever consider upgrading if not?
Thomas says, I'm buying new Ariens Deluxe 24 snowblower next fall. Mazel tov.
That doesn't make any sense. You're supposed to be moving to Florida. You've been telling. So how?
No, you're both wrong. Thomas says he's moving in with his girlfriend to our house, so we have plenty. Why does he need to buy more?
We don't want no new Ariens in our house.
Did you get your blade? Oh, that was for Timmy. That's my blower. Which one? Mowers and Blowers Outdone says got a free 2-stage Arians. Looks like a single stage, but it does have an impeller.
All right, guys. So what he is talking about is you actually seen Arians has brought it back last year. I think they called it the Cross, Arians Cross something. And it is actually a 2-stage snowblower with bicycle wheels on the side. And the impeller propels the machine through the snow. Tarot did a great video on the Arians Cross because that was their counteract to the Toro Snowmaster, which is a tremendous single-stage snowblower, and the Arians whooped its butt because it's a 2-stage. But very, very nice. Nonetheless, remember, look up the Arians Cross. Kind of restyle it towards that. Put your twist on it, and I'm sure the money will come.
Andrew says, Pate, check the Facebook Marketplace for the snowblower. You'll be surprised what's on there. Oh, trust me, this man is on there more than you know,
We've been
Andrew.
seeing a lot of stuff out there. It's only getting worse.
Okay, they're talking back and forth. Casey says, farming most of mine out. Another
inspection next week. Oh man, Kate, that's like the whole biggest thing. Once you get on the town's radar, I feel like you're forever there, and they won't leave you alone. I know you had that
big
horde.
Takes a while to get away from
and
them.
You had that big horde coming to you too. So
Bastards.
Absolutely amazing.
Outback says I've been airing, yeah, baby. A 1028 commercial tent my ears. Love.
We got one of those too. But the mainstay of our channel is the 1128. But you look to our channel. We're going to have a 1028 coming up as well. Mr. Spoonworks, hello. How are you? You guys had a great
beautiful live happening
with Ken
Absolutely.
And Double Wide. So it's great to see
Good
you here as well.
Good to have you here. Thanks, love.
From educator to educator.
Why Thomas is in the stream title? Because he requested tonight's time.
Yes.
I have 4 or 5 to do here. The rest my buddy's doing.
Yep.
Okay.
So the other day, was it last week? My buddy Brian, I had to do something for him, and he did something for me. So I had to work on a snowboard that needed a valve job. My buddy Brian has a jig to do a valve job without pulling the motor apart. And he had a snowblower that needed an impeller modification done. Now, Brian's been very, very good to us over the years. So on top of me doing the impeller modification, I did the pull cord. I did a complete tune-up for him. You know, it took me a little bit to get the impeller done on this machine. But, you know, I'm running this machine for about 15, 20 minutes. The oil's going to be piping hot. Let me just change the oil while it's here, you know. So, you know, courtesy.
Brando says the race went good. We went 2.5 hours before we broke the brakes. Cars and Cameras and Redbeard Garage are great guys. Oh, that's awesome.
Who needs brakes? Use your feet.
Andrew says the place where I bought the last 2 snowblowers in Albany, New York, it says call for price on them. I hate when they do that.
So I think that's what happens when you get to like a dealer. They do stuff for like that. You know, it's just the way it is now. Some people just don't want competition, and I think what they want to do is they want to reel you into the store, and then they want to, like what we do when we do our garage sales. You guys say I talk too much, and I say that's fine, but I'm selling something. I feel once you get to the store and you get some, and even if you're trying to sell something, anything, if you can, if the opportunity presents itself, find common ground. Find a connection, and I guarantee you will sell it. It's like 99.9% of the time that will happen. You get the customer, the potential buyer feeling comfortable. You have a like interest, and therefore they are easier to hand their hard-earned money over to you for the product that you work very hard for to get to where it is at that point to sell to them. So yes. Absolutely. I understand.
Casey says the videos I get, he doesn't want me to post, so not a lot of activity on Instagram.
I understand. That's okay.
Thomas says, Jason going to work on my John Deere that Christine has. Ooh. That's his girlfriend. Kenny got his 3rd job yesterday. He's still sore. Yes, I did get my new tires and my alignment.
So now we just need to do the brakes.
Yes, and I will tell you, the man who does my inspections and my alignment, I've been going to him. I'll put this in your pipe and smoke it since I was 16. So this man has seen all my rides, and he literally, his exact words were, "Don't bring this car back again for another inspection." He's like, "You deserve something else." He's like, "There's nothing wrong with it," but he goes, "You both deserve something else." Andrew, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. We love that song. Tommy says, let's see. No, Ken is young at heart. Mrs. Pate, I will need to pick your brain someday about how career tech works in New York. Spoons, anytime you want, I will tell you that everything here in New York, along with typically Connecticut and Jersey and California, those 4 states typically all run hand in hand when it comes to a lot of curriculum and how we run with graduation requirements as well. So when whatever happens in the high school as well. I am down on the lower level, but again, doing a lot of like administration and following a lot of administration rule now. I know more about, the topics like you guys had on the other night. I will tell you, requirements are much stricter here in New York, Connecticut, New Jersey, and California. And they're doing, like I said that night, I'm doing away with a lot of these programs here because of the changes that are taking place that I mentioned that night. 58. Thomas says, at Stop and Shop now, I'm working 2 departments, 8 hours a day plus overtime. Mm-hmm. Good for you. Make that money, honey.
Well, with Spoonworks, maybe we should try and do another live with education because you're an educator. Me, I'm sort of educated, but I came from a background where they didn't promote skilled trades for a particular reason where I grew up. And then I'm basically self-taught. And what are the advantages of being self-taught and the advantages not being self-taught? What do you think, pal?
Scott Keller says, hopefully I get my Audi TT back in one piece. The dealership left outside with keys in after inspection today. So you legitimately mean it was stolen? Hot dog. Wow, Scotty. If there's no luck at all, man, I'm telling you. Jesus. Scott, tell them they can keep that one, give you a new one. Amen. Yeah.
Is the Audi TT even still in production?
Yeah, good
Audis
question.
Don't do it for me, and they're great cars. It's just German engineering and all the complications that come with it. No, thank you.
Outback, it was great having you on.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much for joining us. Okay. At some point, Pate, you need to take Andrew.
Do you know this guy?
No, I don't.
Do you know this guy? Is he one of you? Plant him in the chat?
No. Andrew, so something you need to know about the Mr. and the Mrs. Before Mr. and I started dating, I traveled a ton before the Mr. and I met.
I used to travel the world.
Yeah, no. Thank God I did, because this man over here hates traveling. I'm okay right now.
I always wanted to travel, and then I realized I love being home, so no, I don't want to travel.
Our next, we made a pact that our next big trip, I have family still there. I want a trip back. Obviously, things are not so phenomenal in the world right now, but we kind of had a 5-year plan, so we're still 2.5 years out on our plan, so we've got plenty of time. I want to go have a nice trip over to Italy because I have family there, and I'd like to see some of them before, God forbid, something happens to some of them, because they are getting on in years, some of my mother's family. So that is a trip that at some point we will take in the next couple of years. But honestly, you know what could you not cough in my mouth? That's disgusting. That was like in my mouth.
My hand is over my mouth.
It's almost as bad as you brushing with my toothbrush. But we take nice vacations. I am a huge fan of Newport. I love our week. We're going to be going there sometime really soon, actually. He just doesn't know when he's going to have to kick and scream and go. I'm about 110 miles from KCB. You're not far at all. That's like a trip out east and back.
Yep.
That's not far at all. How cute is that if they got together? It's probably about 1,200 including delivery on the snowblower.
Yeah,
Interesting.
amazing.
Iron Duke, you better believe, laser focus.
Bravos,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Absolutely. So it's Nova Scotia.
Okay.
Very cool. Nothing here but falling leaves. Aw.
What's up, man? How are you? How's everything?
Aw, thanks, bud.
Mr. Prime for a good time. Coming in with the snowblower. So absolutely amazing. So tell me what kind of snowblower you sold. And if you don't mind me asking how much, but at least tell me what kind of snowblower you sold. That's it.
Stolen. Yeah.
Yeah.
Aw. Out here in the country, the only commotion that we would have would be coyotes yelping and howling. Aw. Steven, while it didn't work, I got my snowblowers both running and it still snowed. Hee hee.
All right, so Steve, so obviously you get snow. Tell us where you're from.
Yeah, thank you for joining.
And you've got snowblowers. What type of snowblowers you got?
I know. He said blowers with an S.
That's what I'm talking about.
I'm intrigued. DC says, question is, notice I coughed in my own hand. What is the, I'm sorry, now I coughed. You probably gave me your cough. The handles for the drive floppy. Can I put in a new bolt?
So it depends what type of snowblower you have. If you have the Murray built Craftsman, those are kind of like memory, so it's like a pin. Slop in the handles, for the most part, has to do with cable tension. So just adjust your cables, and that should remove the slop in your handles. Now, your handle's not supposed to be tight, super tight. No. There's supposed to be a little bit of play. You don't want to make them super tight where you can either stretch or break the cable, but you do want to have a little bit of resistance. Your drive cable just need to get this machine going. That's all you need to do. Your auger cable or handle's a little bit more finicky. What I like to do, excuse me, is when I adjust auger cables for the most part, is I like to pull the belt cover off, and then between adjusting the pulley in the tensioner on the bracket and between the cable, I like to have it just enough where when you back it off, the machine will stop. But when you hit the handle, you light this thing up. Now, why you want to have your auger cables a little bit tighter is because to make sure when you hit that heavy, wet snow, that your impeller is still running at its optimal speed. So there is that. If that doesn't answer your question, shoot me a message of your machines and what you're talking about, and we can definitely go from there. Because then after that is the newer style Craftsmans, and those have, it seems like that big carriage bolt that runs through.
Ready?
Yeah.
Boom.
Ah!
Did I scare you? Good to have you, brother. Oh, how are you feeling, by the way, love bug? You had
that's right,
surgery,
the dental
honey.
surgery.
JPJP, good sources for belts. ORB belts and GPR industrial,
Okay.
Unbelievable prices, and they're Kevlar.
So that's a great tip. Where do you find them? Are they on like eBay, Amazon? Do they have their own store? So I buy majority of my belts through eBay, and I try and get Kevlar anytime I can. Because I believe that sometimes they're either the same price, cheaper, or maybe $1 or $2 more. I would even spend up to $5 or $10 more from a Kevlar belt to a non-Kevlar belt. We run Kevlar belts on our Arians. They're blue. That's your dead giveaway. It's a Kevlar belt. It would be D&D belts, and I can't forget what the other one was. But there's two majority companies that we order our belts. It's like D&D Power, and the other one is slipping my name. It's been a while since we had to order belts, but those are our two. It just happens to be that when we order belts, those happen to be the 2 cheapest vendors that we have. And there are some machines like a Toro, you can't get Kevlar belts. It's whatever belts they have out there. It is what it is.
Mm-hmm. Fun thing to do with Tech Sparky is
Whoa.
burning the midnight
You must be burning the
oil.
midnight oil with your new
DJ
business.
Sparky.
Well, no, he started something with printing and he's doing T-shirts and stickers and stuff like that.
Bless, man.
Never stop evolving.
Mega. Oh, it's 3:26 in the afternoon. Okay, that I could hang with. That's more my schedule. Steven says my old AMF Huffy 26 4 HP snowblower is running great. Weights a ton.
So
they don't make them like that anymore.
Don't shoot me. Is that thing a gutless pig because it has a 4 horsepower on there? You ever think of maybe putting like a 212 or a Honda on there and giving that thing some really good power? Just a question.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Andrew says that's the lawn vac he has.
Oh,
and he loves it.
Yeah, so that's what we have. We have the older model. We have a Troy-Bilt.
Kenny says they're nice to shred leaves.
We
Mega
use ours
says
for the,
he's self-taught. I went to University of Life. Only bad is the tube for flower beds. It's too thin.
Okay, so ours never came with the tube for flower bed, and I never ever looked into it because I just figured I get the leaf blower and I blow it out. But
Ken says the Audi too expensive to repair.
Yes.
Very true. Spoon says I'm down with the idea of an educator live.
Yep.
Ken says we need to do it again.
Yep.
My wife wants to go to Italy. Ken, we need to do it again. I keep thinking of things I should have brought up. That's always the case with everything, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So I think from that, like Spoon, what's the good thing? And even I do it too. I write stuff down. All right, there's no shame in my game.
Oh, quit it. You need to write stuff down because you're getting so dang old that you keep forgetting everything. Don't even try to find
I got to fix diesel trucks, some little diesel power equipment,
hold on.
mowers, blowers, generators.
Let me get the small violin again.
The cars.
Hold on.
There's only so much I can hold in here. Yeah.
Okay, Connecticut. He is from Connecticut.
Nice and close. So that's got a couple of people from Connecticut here.
My wife and I were supposed to go to Iceland for our 30th. Oh, you know what? Your cousin, Mikey
yeah,
and Caitlin went there.
Isn't
and it was squashed in 2020.
For their lights, there's like that light they have at night, the northern lights.
Must be beautiful. Yeah, was that a French cough instead of a French kiss? I don't get French kissed anymore. Now he just French coughs me. Ken says, same with us, 30th in 2020. We had plans for Italy. Yeah, absolutely. That's definitely on the list. I mean, I feel like, honestly, besides wanting to see family, I mean, it's just such a beautiful place to go. If the holes are wallowed out, it will still flop around. Steven says, I also have a Yardman snow thrower for cylinder. Smaller one works great. Had to clean the carburetor. I'm in Washington State. First snow yesterday. Got 4 inches of heavy snow. So I just, shoveled. Steven, you have snow blowers. What are we doing here?
Modify the impeller and that heavy snow will be non-existent.
Yes, you will not gunk up. That's the point. Steven, we have videos on how to do this. Watch them. Thank you for joining us. You need us. We need you. Let's work together here. Chris says the snowblower was 24.8 HP. That comes to engine. Oh,
so 824 is usually the yard for us. Usually the yard machines, and they're black with yellow wheels.
Very nice.
That person got a solid machine, 8 horsepower, 24-inch frame. A lot of motor for that. Very, very nice.
Mega says, turns out last time I went to the dentist, they did a root canal. I was supposed to go back to get a. Mega, did you not go back the last time, and now it turned into the mess that it did? Love, you gotta follow up, sweet pie. Let me know when you need to go and I'll remind you. Andrew says, I want to go to Northern Ireland country. The future grandma's family is, how beautiful. That's supposed to be a gorgeous trip
when there's a personal connection.
I have a student actually who just went to see grandparents for the first time. I mean, she's a little, obviously. But she just went to see her grandparents who haven't seen her since she was born. They're in Ireland. So that was really heartfelt, since obviously if COVID had never happened, she would have been seeing them yearly. But Kenny says, my mom went to County Cork and loved it. Absolutely. It's a gorgeous trip. I saw such beautiful pictures when she came back. Love the 8 horsepower Tecumseh.
Yep, solid motors, a great interim. In my experience, anything above an 8 horsepower Tecumseh will throw anything and everything you put at it. A 5 horsepower does have its limitations, but in my experience, I've never seen an 8 horsepower bog down and die in snow. So definitely a nice little thing.
Excellent. Jamie O says, Mrs. P, what's your prediction? So Jamie, I actually make my predictions for the upcoming season back in the summertime, and there's a reason why I can do that. As I've said before, I follow not the abridged version, but the true Farmer's Almanac, the one you have to send away for. It's a pretty little penny. I get it earlier in the beginning of the year, and it was so scarily dead on accurate last year, like down to each week, each day, when it talked about this is the kind of weather you will see for this time period. Literally, I could have not have asked for better direction. It is calling for, it called for an abnormally warm October. Did we not just see this? It calls for a flux of weather, of wet, dry, and cold weather for the beginning of December. And literally, as we get to around Christmas time here in the States, at the end of the month, it says we're going to start getting hammered from the end of December continually throughout January. It's going to be cold, bitter winter, many snowstorms throughout the winter period. But they did say it's going to cut off early, but it's going to be heavy and hard when it is hitting. And they said we're going to see very, very warm temperatures early and a shortened season. They also said they're predicting for this being our last heavy, cold, snowy winter for quite some time. You know, we went through like those couple of years of like no snow here in the States, at least on the East Coast here. That's what they're saying for like the next couple of winters after this one. So I said to him, like, we have a complete lineup of clients and everything already for this winter storm, this winter season, I should say, I'm sorry. And I'm grateful for that. But at the end of the day, I really do believe what they're calling for the next upcoming years. They're saying that we're going to start seeing our summers lasting like how this year, you know, how it was like so hot into October. They're saying that like November will feel like that. And it'll slowly start creeping into like feeling like warmer into the December months even. And I really think we're going to start seeing that. And I think the predictions are accurate. So live it up this winter. Truly, if you guys are into snow removal, flipping, selling, whatever it is, I believe this Farmer's Almanac has not been wrong. So, is this Moses? Moses?
¿Qué pasó, primo?
Hola. Why YouTube recommended this channel?
Okay, so
and you're here. We're happy you're here. Welcome.
So we're basically a small engine related channel, but we do other things. We work on a lot of things, but our claim to fame or calling is snowblowers. But we will help you with anything we possibly can. So since you're new here, welcome here. Where you're from and do you get snow?
Mm-hmm. DC says it does have to be a pain if it's an older Craftsman, both handles touch together. So
yeah, so it's the Murray built one. So those have the pin that goes through them. So just make sure your cable tension is good.
Yeah. So just some background on the missus. So the missus, I worked for a dentist. I started there, I was 13. And I worked there even when I started teaching. So I was with him for about maybe 13 years because I worked there at night even when I had started teaching. So trust me, when you start a root canal, you want to finish it, lovey, and not just wait till like it starts hurting again, because then you could really be in for it.
Don't they cut your mouth open for that?
For the root canal, they got to completely take out your other two. The poor thing, no wonder you're hurting. Did they give you antibiotic for that? JP says ORB and D&D.
Okay, yeah.
D&D, those mentioned sources.
Is ORB off-road belts or out? Oh, I gotta go through my notes.
Pate needs a note app to categorize his notes for each project. Yeah, you're looking at her.
I just freestyle.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I crank out lesson plans constantly for work and can't write for myself anymore. I lived in Iceland for a couple of years. That's really neat. What a neat story to tell where you grew up as a kid. That's fantastic, Spoons.
Click on
What an
Roger.
experience. My new neighbor wants me to repair his cub rider. I explained to him that I don't do repairs because I'm a flipper, but I would buy his cub, and he hasn't spoken to me. Roger, why won't you repair his cub rider?
My question to you is,
come on,
Roger. My question to you is, Roger, and even anybody in the chat here. If you flip, you can definitely do repairs because, well, we don't do repairs on lawn tractors. We flip lawn tractors. But Roger is a better mechanic when it comes to me in Rogers because he's more familiar with them. It's very
and you're
uncharted.
So patient, Roger.
And
you
it's
got
uncharted.
this.
Why would you not?
You could do it.
Yeah. That's easy, guaranteed money for a repair.
Everybody, Jonathan says, I just picked up an Arians 115/28 Pro.
So it's
just
11.
waiting,
So it's 11 and a half. So
wow.
you're 11 and a half. So
oh God, you get such good snow.
So the difference between we have 11/28s. That's the cluster of our collection. Is he has the skinnier tires. The Pro model, you should have the black updated gearbox housing, so the ratio is a little bit different. And then you should also have like the brake style handle, so it's like a trigger lock, so you could turn the machine easier and lock and unlock the wheels.
Small engine guys is good answer on grease. People don't grease fittings or change oil. Anything is better than nothing.
Yes. Small engine guy, welcome to the channel. Thank you very much. If you wanted to take this down, I even have that opinion to a certain extent on oil. So tell me where you're from and do you get snow? Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for stopping by.
Jamie O says you have to write things down, and when you really need to get it done, you have to. Well, Jamie O, I'll tell you the difference in our personalities. This is the missus. I write everything down, okay? Because when you sit there, say superintendent's conference day, like I'm always writing notes. I'm very organized. Notes, yeah. That doesn't work out so well for him. When you have sat in a dental chair for 3 hours all drugged up and they tell you all things like that, you don't remember, oh, love bug, I wish you were closer. I would take you. Steven says the AMF Husky was free and found it was missing the fuel line connector and a linkage and the wrong butterfly valve, but got it all working. A bigger motor would have been great, but it does good.
Hey, listen, like I said,
he said, just felt like shoveling, and I wanted to make sure all obstacles were cut. Newspapers I would have used, but I took off an inch at a time when shoveling, as my back has been giving. Oh, you got to be so careful.
Yeah, please be careful when it starts coming to snow. A lot of you guys out there overzealous. Please.
Yeah. So, Andrew, yeah, honey, the temperatures are really not going to drop low enough for the snow this week here, honey. Maybe a little bit above us, like I would say upstate New York, if that's like more closer to where you are. Yeah, you're looking at it. So you said you're due for a big snowstorm. Yeah, you're definitely probably creeping towards getting it. But unfortunately, not down where we are. We could. There's like one night that we might hit close enough, but to get a flurry, but I don't think to actually get anything decent. Chris says, I do understand you guys are so close to us, but we get no snow up here. Oh, pooper scooper. Just D says, new subscriber, welcome. Really like the channel. Thank you so much. Do you have any tips on pressure washing equipment? Recently got my hands on a Redmax 8500 blower, and I'm wondering if I should tape anything off.
So congrats, welcome to the channel. I know you said that you have pressure washing equipment and a snow blower. Let us know where you're from and do you get snow? Okay, so do you have any tips on pressure washing equipment? Depending on what you have, because now there's all different kinds. Now here's my thing. I'm very transparent on my channel. I use my pressure washer almost every day, and I went the electric route. I downgraded technically from a Honda 2400 PSI machine down to a 2300 electric pressure washer. I do not miss gas one bit in that retrospect. It does the vinyl siding on the house great, does the PVC pen so easy that she does it, and cleans the machines great. What I didn't know is I thought, wow, you need gas. You need to. When I started doing my research on pressure washers, it really comes down to, for the most part, the chemicals that you're
No, honey.
using.
He's not asking you how to
He
fix
said
it.
pressure
No,
washing.
honey. He wants to pressure wash his Red Max.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So, like,
wow.
It's
good.
okay, honey. So when you go to, because you do that with all our equipment, we're firm believers.
Mhm.
So he wants to know, like, when he go, or Jess, I'm sorry, I don't want to assume, guy or girl. This person wants to know, like, when they go to pressure wash the Red Max, do you have to tape anything off so you don't
do
get
not have to
anything
tape
ruined?
anything off. My only thing is, when you try and pressure wash equipment, make sure it's running. Because let's just say you're pressure washing your Red Max blower, water is going to try and get into the exhaust. But if it's running, the exhaust gases are going to push the water out and try from getting into the cylinder. Also, pressure washing equipment, while it's running, can also unveil a little issues, like on lawnmowers, some skeletons that you would never catch. So on lawnmowers, from pressure washing a lawnmower, I always hit where the head is on those on the quantums, and if it dies down, I know my head bolts are a little loose. Tighten them down, snug them up, pressure wash, run it again, good to go. Red Max blower, same thing. Well, I deal with Red Max blowers on a commercial level, so I get them in their worst shape or form. A very, very good degreaser like Simple Green will work wonders. Start the machine, let it warm up. You can't have it run full blast, because I know Red Max, it'll spin, but kind of have it at half throttle. Cover the machine in Simple Green and just take mental notes of where all these heavy soiled spots are, and then you just power wash the daisies out of it. I use the yellow tip for the pressure washer. I do not know the exact rating of it, but the yellow tip I use on all my machines and transforms them and does well. Very to little damage to a machine on the yellow tip. If the machine has paint imperfections, the pressure washer will expose that, but it has never done any damage. Mm-hmm. Great question.
Steven says, also got a single stage 20-inch Montgomery Ward snowblower working at our church, 5 horsepower, I believe. That thing has gone through deep snow pretty good, just a little slower than for doing the parking lot.
Yeah, so single stage, of course, you're going to struggle to a certain extent because it's made for the lighter stuff. Once you start getting heavy, it's going to ground you up a little bit. But they do have their place. We started factoring a single stage into our equation last year, and we love it.
Mm-hmm. Iron Duke says they have farmers' almanacs at his tractor supply this year. The walnuts and hedge apples are usually heavy. Now, Iron Duke, there's 2 different versions of the farmer's almanac. There's like an unabridged version, which is like that little skinny version that they sell that's usually cheap, or there's a nice thick version, but it's going to cost you a little something. And honestly, it's worth it. It really, really is worth it. And I like it because I use it, especially for our, for the snow blowing, and I'm real curious around this time of the year. But I also do, I kind of gauge things off of it when it comes to even like, lawnmower sales, and, when I know backpack blowers are going to start kicking up. Like I gauge a lot off of it, to be honest with you. I use it actually in the schools for purposes as far as like the temperatures and stuff, when we're going to be getting the kids outside again and when recesses are going to start up again. It really has been so dead on. It really pretty accurate for the most part.
Rooster, what's happening?
What's up, man? Good to see you.
Thank you for the channel shout out. That is, we got to get on the good foot. We got to go on that video and we got to say thank you.
Let's see.
Okay, yes, so yes, off-road belts. Yes. Okay, see, I'm right there.
Justy says, I have a good pressure washer. Just thought 3,000, blah, 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 overkill.
All right, so that's fine.
Don't want to mess anything up.
So how about this? So on your pressure washer, there are tips for different pressures. So I think before yellow, it's either white or green. Try that. No, that tip is going to limit what your pressure washer actually does. So start small and work your way up, and you will find that sweet spot. For both the pressure washers that we've had, the 24 and the 2300, yellow was our sweet spot.
Thomas Andrews says New Hampshire had first snowfall today, only an inch. Hey, an inch will lead to more.
Yes.
Andrew says family had a Montgomery wood fridge still running 30 years. That is awesome. That is, hey, you want to know something? You're laughing now, but it's the old stuff that always lasts. Look at, what do we get, 8 years out of stuff now?
Yeah, I'm not arguing that.
Rooster, then you've gone traditional.
Oh, thanks.
Okay, thanks for the welcome. Snow. I came from a tropical country. Now in the U.S., we always dreamed about it. Snow, the beautiful landscapes on moorings.
Wow. So we're from Long Island, New York. We're from Long Island, New York.
Where are you from? So he's from New York. Oh, that's
Funny.
So cool.
Hey, you can live in New York and have beautiful landscapes. I have a beautiful landscape.
Rusty Rooster says just to lower the engine speed rather than adjust the pressure regulator.
Okay, yep, that makes sense.
Midwest, we get snow, but nothing is guaranteed.
Absolutely, with the changes.
No snow here. Cold, gray day. Might have to get a big electric mower when they stop us from using gas. We've had those talks here.
Yeah, it's tough.
Every so many years, Long Island, New York gets slammed with snow. Yes, sir, we do.
110%.
See, Glenn. Ken picked up on the last pressure watch the Red Max. Yeah. See, Kenny, I often think you and I were meant to be together. Don't tell your wife that. I use air to blow off everything, Jess. Okay.
Very nice.
Do you have a stream engine retrofit kit for my snowblower? No. She said, he or she says, I'm from San Antonio, Texas. Not much snow, but lots of leaves in my backyard in fall. Thanks for the answer, for answering my question.
Yes, absolutely.
Welcome. Thumbs up. Yes. Red tip will blow holes in at 0 degrees. Roger says, I will only do repairs for family. I'm retired and have other things to do, and flipping is just my hobby. I did that 1915 heater, and I now have 3 people that want me to do that for them. I said, no, thanks. If anyone wants to know what Roger's referring to,
check our community post.
Our community page has the heater that Roger restored.
Updated. He did the Pat Taste Performance Touch in the sense that you restore and you update it, and Roger updated it so he could use it.
If Roger lived closer, I would put Roger up in my home and feed him 3 meals a day for him to sit here and make me one. But apparently he's a happily married man who can't come and stay with us. And he won't do it for anyone but family, apparently. So, no pressure, Roger. Rusty's giving us the ideas on the tips.
Yeah, so he knows exactly what.
Justy, I would be glad to send you some more leaves. Little chuckle between friends. The Farmer's Almanac at Tractor Supply. Nice. Oh, see, you guys, it's so funny.
So different from what we have over here.
Because Iron Duke, come to our Tractor Supply and you'll get that wimpy, crappy one that you'll get at CVS, the one that's $5.95. You have to actually send away for the nice thick ones. Over here. Let's see here. Tommy says, hey, Ken, are you going to do some videos on bearings? Kenny, did you see that? Kenny says, Tommy will do in the future at 5 to 6 to edit with my son-in-law first.
Very nice.
Very cute. Good night, everyone. 5 a.m. comes in. Good night, sweet
Thanks
Thomas.
for having us on the stream today.
Thanks for having us on your live, Thomas. Roger says, you two are family. And with that, Tommy says, very good. Looking forward to that, Ken, but please don't let the brilliant get in the way. With Roger's comment about being family, we just want to say we have been with all our family here now for almost 2 hours.
Over 2 hours.
And I am pooped. But for those of you, I want you to remember, there's a lot of new faces here in the chat tonight. We are so grateful that you could have been anywhere tonight and you chose to be with us and have a few laughs and have a great time. If you're new, please remember to subscribe hit that notification bell so you never miss a good old fashioned fun time with us two and our friends in the chat. And at the end of the day, you are never, ever, ever alone. You are also part of this fun old-fashioned family over here, the Pate's Performance family. I hope whatever you choose to do this weekend, whether it's wrenching, whether it's relaxing, flipping, just enjoying on one another, I hope it's something that you want to do. I hope it's something you enjoy. And remember that we are thinking about you. We appreciate you.
You guys are never alone.
You're never alone. And on that note, my little island on my eyelid says goodnight to all of you. It's sweet dreams. And remember on your way out to make sure you give a thumbs up if you had a great time because you chose to be here. So
Thanks for
why
hanging
wouldn't
out
you?
with you guys. Lots of great questions. Lots of new faces.
Yes,
Love hearing
love
all this
it.
Aaron's talk. I did start doing some uploading, so you guys are going to be getting some new content this weekend. A new series will be starting. And then hopefully, as soon as that is done, I am going to expedite this beautiful snowblower that I got in my possession. I can bring that to you, hopefully. This weekend, I'm going to be more focusing on us. I want to get the brakes on her car, might start the suspension work on the Honda, and I just need to do one thing on Mandingo, and we'll see what I could squeeze in. But I want to try and focus on us first so we start moving on to others. You never know how things go.
Mm-hmm. Okay. On that note,
Thanks for hanging out with us, guys. Have a great night and even a better weekend. Later.
Later.